Yeah, you gotta push the button.
And Dad.
No, you gotta turn it on the switch and then push the button.
And Dad, I think something was coming after us. And the monkey.
On the control on the wall, dude.
Dad.
Hold on, baby. There you go. There you go. Yeah. What, darling?
And it was a monkey baby.
A monkey baby?
Yes. And
you want these rest of these fries, dude?
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix.
No. Here. You want these, dude?
Arizona. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals.
If you go with us tomorrow to clean, I'll get you 10 bags of hot fries, dude. Said if you go with us to clean tomorrow, I'll give you 10 bags of hot fries. Mikey. Leave her back alone, dude.
This game started. It's first and 10.
Leave,
Big gain, 14 on the
okay.
And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
Okay, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Uh-huh.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's out the clear. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead right away.
Uh-huh.
They could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come back easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy.
Oh, it's no good. So Rowan Hiccup after the touchdown. The score will stay at 6-0.
Actually realized it was not my best friend.
No?
No. That's a sad story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then probably got tasted. And then so after that, we moved into the house.
So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away.
And we were living in a mansion, and Pennywise was...
There is Davis to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard loss. Chargers getting set. First and 10.
It's like the same work exactly. And then
They'll run here with Amari on Hinton. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. The yard short, gain 9.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to hold it, whatever you want to do. As for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
It's Hinton on second. And this is how the long way. Lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. Defense in a hurry up here.
Hold on, dude. She's telling me something.
Herbert and the throw on third. That one's going to McConkey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Double coverage deal breaker for RQB's Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
Well, it's interesting, Kate. Even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him. They get those two, and like we just saw right there, just got it.
Yeah? Oh, that was wild. That was crazy. Were you scared?
Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball.
You need to stop eating sugar before bed. That's what triggers dreams. No, yeah, you need to. Okay. Go lay down with Mom now.
And you may come back to it, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
From the gun on third, it's Herbert. It's on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with a first down
to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Hampton gets it from the pistol. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss with that 2nd and 11. They said with that sack in mind, Brock, we all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack. Exactly what he just did.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Line partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to wait. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
He's there, Trey McBride. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 1 quarter away so far. Our score, 6-0. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. From the pistol, Brissett. They're still going at the 30. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10.
Back inside the red zone. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
Escapes the pocket. And he got an interception. And the Chargers take over after forcing the 1st turnover of this ballgame. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton, open and drive. Starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line, get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Short pass ball. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard.
Move the chain!
And the
Gotta move that
Chargers
chain! Go momentum. Keep that defense on its
1st and
heels.
10 at the 12-yard
Quite a
line.
defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from State Farm Stadium after this. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Hampton. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Sent down by rookie Cody Simon.
Another 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front segment.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. It's complete inside the 35. He will get this inside the 30.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the backfield. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laid it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Close to the 8. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Oh, he's got it. It's in close. That play is brought to a halt, so they're going to stay at the 5-yard line. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. 2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Now Herbert again. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get their first points of this game just before halftime. McConkey with a touchdown.
Cameron Dicker for the extra
Slaver
point.
out, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, kid. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return starts at the 9. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
19, set, 20, quit. Go.
We're set now on 1st and 10. McBride downfield, and he's got it. And he's going to have his open across midfield, partner to the 48.
It's a game of
All right, no timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
Cardinals first down.
On 1st down, it's Brissett. Into the hands of Harrison. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half.
Chad Ryland.
Now it's Chad Ryland's turn to attempt this Cardinals field goal.
40
This from 40 on the right half. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in
Yo,
your range.
what up?
Hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
One last play before the break. Throwing here just before halftime. Taking a shot deep here. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Okay. Wild, wild. That keeps the win streak. Is that 7? Let's go. Yes, sir. Eight and 2. All right, let's go. Tough loss for Chargers, but with the O-line we had, man, there's couldn't ask for a better outcome of the season. We made playoffs back-to-back years. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Herbert this, Herbert that." Herbert's the GOAT, bro. He cracks under pressure, bro. He's under pressure all the time. Yeah. Wild. Good luck, bro. Good luck. Why did that guy quit, though? That's weird. Maybe he felt like he should have been winning.
Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle. Welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go from Lumen Field. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. In motion is Barner. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
A loss of a yard.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's JSN. And they get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to spin
into space. And he will go all the way. Hooper. Seahawks. And that is the way to start a game. Just score, but Greg scored quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hours spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out the gates, it's a pretty good opening drive. It's an early 6 points.
7. Chargers, nothing. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. That ball's going to hop into the end zone.
Chargers take over.
It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run, and here's Amarian Hampton. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive. From the 39. They come up on 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
On the ground, it's Kamani Vidal. That more to get 4 on 1st down. That's 1 of 8. So it's
27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's going to get him the first down across midfield and down to the 45.
First down.
Sometimes you just have to keep it simple. You don't need to overthink things on 2nd and short. Give it to the big guy behind you, send him crashing forward through the line, pick up the first down.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Pistol here for Herbert. He's got his tight end around. They gets in the 2nd. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
That's another
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break.
at the 3-yard line.
7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Hampton. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across. Setting up second and goal.
Pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Here's Herbert. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Los Angeles.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. They come on with this extra point. We got ourselves a time ball game.
To kick off for the Chargers.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a
At their
touchback.
own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Garner. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll get 11 there.
For a
And that's a
Seahawks
quick first down.
Not a whole lot
First and
complicated
10
about
at the
this play, Mike. That was
46-yard line.
understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes,
First and 10
it's virtually
at the
impossible to
43-yard
stop.
line.
The run up the middle. It's Walker. We'll be taken down as we take down to the 2-minute warning. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Operating from the gun, it's Garner. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Khalil Mack in on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and a.
Looking out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one's incomplete. Good. Confidence in the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Throwing, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks get 3 here late in the take the lead.
I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive. Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he has passed the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Herbert's very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Herbert. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the give, here's Hampton. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
Brings up
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
The Seahawks 37-yard line.
To throw is Herbert. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight ends. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
And the Chargers
On the move at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now it's Herbert. Moving outside the pocket. That is caught by the tight end. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown, Los Angeles. What a big play. A little unscripted there.
What's happening? Are they quitting? Are they quitting on me? Let's see. Let's see. Do I get that dub? Do I get that dub? Let's see. Yes, sir. Got that dub. Another one. Another one. All right. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's keep it going. Is that, how many wins is that in a row? Eight wins?
In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium.
Good luck, bro.
In Houston. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Chooses to bring this one out. Shoves one away. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Let's do this. You ready?
First
Yes,
and
sir.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. His first pass falls incomplete.
They're going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is it going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Back to the air they go on second. Stroud. That's a quick hit. And this is brought to a stop at that 34-yard line there. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're set backwards on first down. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Last pass unsuccessful. See what they do on 3rd down.
Here we go. Look the hot. Red.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Great defensive play. Just loose. Incomplete. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Stroud gonna go for it. That's a man downfield. It's Collins. And they're gonna bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. One of their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on 4th down. That gets him the first.
At the 49-yard line.
Kirk comes in motion right. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Headed out right. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So the offense was right to be locking backwards. The flag does go against them. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's 2nd and long. Throwing again. It's Stroud. And the defense making a play on this opening series. That one is knocked away, and that brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Stroud now on 4th down. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and it's exactly what they did.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. They lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Back to Hampton. We'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the play. They can just do that again. 32 coming up. Here he is on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete. That's him bring up 4th down.
pretty clearly. You get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Would have been a tough 54-yard field goal, so instead they're keeping the offense out there on fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. That one's going to McConkey. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They left the offense out there on fourth down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, a fresh set of downs, too.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now an inside give to Hampton. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Offense up to the line fast.
19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the pistol, it's Herbert.
Drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive, you come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
First down, Stroud. Hits him on the out route. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. They go play action with Stroud. Connects downfield on target to down. Now on it quickly there after that catch. So the game's going to be into the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To back for down. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Sure showed off some mobility on that. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
The 26-yard line.
It's McDowell on second down. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, let's go. They add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Chargers, nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Hampton now up the middle. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. No scoring at this point, so we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from NRG Stadium in just a moment. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Herbert from the gun. He puts a mirror under it deep down the left. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Texans take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and a lengthy return. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even going once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And
First and 10 from the 43.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Going right side, mixing with it. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 45-yard line.
Break the huddle. It's second down now. From the gun, Stroud. Catch made by Woody Marks. Hits. He gets flattened to the ground. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Shotgun now for Stroud. And it's incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Oh, south. Hey, Robbie.
Stroud's going to throw for it. This connects with Schultz. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
18. Hey, south.
To the air yet again. It's Stroud. They're covering the goal line. And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on in this passing game.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Slow. 18. What's that? Look the hot. Why, Tony?
In the red zone on 1st. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans blow their lead just before halftime. Take down the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Going after it, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans double their lead to 14.
Chargers, nothing.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Defender arrives wide as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He Throws a bullet deep to the right side. He hit it wrong, but great defensive play to Charlie made him shake complete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Third and long, they're going to throw. This is cut downfield by Allen. Hits the 20. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get their first points of this game just before halftime. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
For the Chargers.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it.
Here we go. Tony. Yeah.
First down throw by Stroud. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Just before halftime, we get timeout taken.
Yeah, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? You get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
They don't cut up there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Try getting it to Nico Collins. So it'll be second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Final timeout called by
Get out of there.
And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. This flying dash in a considerable distance. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim right. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Hampton gets the handoff. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down. Couldn't get the screen set up properly, draw pass incomplete. And they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Derek Stingley.
Shotgun give to Hampton. Looks like we can call it back 4 yards in the end. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
He's brought down at the 31.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they had a home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Too quickly here.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
second downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
And the Chargers, first down. A gain of 14. And the Chargers, first down.
Looking inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Kamari Lassiter on the coverage.
Going right this time with Hampton. And that second down line is only going to manage a yard.
Hey, that's a one that's hold home on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the goal later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Texans grab it. The 50. The 30. The 10. He's at the 5. Houston returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Texans grow the lead coming into halftime. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field. Maybe his whole life. That distance, a whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. He had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it. He won.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one's complete. Mario hits it. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to holding vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Complete here to Hampton. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And goes to the hurry up here.
On the play. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Sends this to the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr.
You know, before this drive started, the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it. To concentrate, how to focus on those defenders. They influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Off the play action, here's Stroud. Puts his body on the line, and he got it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
3 quarters in the books from this one. Texans have fought their way to a strong lead, and they've got the football. First and 10 from the 32.
Oh, right.
The handoff from Mixon, running right. He's got him back to it's 2nd down.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
All right.
On play action, here's Stroud. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. For this one on the defense.
Bro. Wow.
It's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. In the red zone now. The interception, that is exactly what they needed. The Chargers have some new life in the ball.
The coaches just had that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up turnover. On the other side, track him down and stop a potential pick six. I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort. You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. Finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
He's keeping it. This play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
And now Herbert. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it again. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And he goes down. The pressure hits home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
21. Chargers 13. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Noel to return this. This makes it up to the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to work after throwing the pin. Back to a run as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. It's another toss. They come through with a big stop there. Got him down for the loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans go up by 2 scores. They try to put this one away. Nico Collins with the touchdown. So no mistake in that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Stroud now bringing his guys up for this 2-point attempt.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
The interception, that is exactly what they needed. He's at midfield. 30. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back.
Texans 27, Chargers 15. Kaimi Fair
finds this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Moving right, aims it out down the sideline. Oh, he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Herbert. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 12 yards on that play and a good call, nets on the first. It's crunch time now, baby. 2-score game, just 2 timeouts, plus, of course, that 2-minute warning.
First down, Chargers.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's his running back. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
1st and 10, Herbert. And his back complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Vickers' extra point is up and good. And the Chargers trim the deficit down to 5.
Chargers 22. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up the throw. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans stretch into a 2-score game in the 4th. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans push the lead up to 12.
Texans 34. Chargers 22.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Shotgun snap to Herbert. So a pass ball in. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. We pick up at 17. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
He's got a man left. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Complete out to the right side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
That's another Chargers 1st down.
Herbert on 1st down. And this is cut for a score. We are not done here yet. Well, they definitely definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Houston calls it second timeout. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers trim the deficit down to 5.
Chargers 29.
So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
First and 10 on the mix it. Can do it on the outside. No gain on the run. It's going to bring up second down. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Here we go.
Keeping it with Mixon. He will have the Texans first down there. The celebrations can begin now down on that sideline.
14 yards.
The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. Offense is set. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the ground again with Mixon. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Out the play. 18.
Here's Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves him with third down and 5.
GG's.
Brings up third and 5.
Here we go. 18.
Looking to throw. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in
It's now
bounds.
fourth down.
That throw doesn't lead to 6, and that leaves them with 4th and 5. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
All right. Uno. Hey, foul.
They look to throw it. Collins got it left side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Got to hurry this to the line.
12 yards. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
We're going to pass it here. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead.
GG's.
Out of time in this one. So it's the Texans. And then they're building to take the win.
Oh, my.
This is the
Finally
type of game
lost.
everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused. And then you know, more often than not, they'll be like this. A one-possession game, it's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
It does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.
What's up, man? Welcome into the Locked On Chargers podcast. I'm your host, David Wade, joined as always by my co-host, David Drogemeyer. And we've been covering the Chargers now for 10 seasons, but it's their 8th year as a host of the Locked On Chargers podcast, bringing you your team every day as part of the #1 sports podcast network. And man, if any of you made it this far, we appreciate you. I've been a little under the weather, but we wanted to make sure we got here to be with you guys tonight on just a horrendous night, a night where the offense completely fell flat and Justin Herbert was not good. And I think there's a lot to get into as far as this game and big picture, because, man, I think if there's one silver lining to this game, maybe it gets Greg Roman out the door, because it cannot go on. And honestly, I think the biggest kind of underlying part of this game that's disappointing is the Chargers defense was awesome again, and they may have missed their
Well, I
window
did
with
lose.
Jesse Minter because of all the
So
head
I
coach
did say I'll get off, but let me
that
just
are
play
out there
one
right
more
now. But
Redemption
today's
real
episode is brought
quick.
to you by FanDuel. FanDuel is
Let's
officially in
do.
playoff mode. Every game during the NFL playoffs, FanDuel is giving
I haven't
customers
gotten
even
a
more
home
ways to get
game
on
in
the
a
action.
minute, huh?
Visit FanDuel.com to get started. David, I think we've talked before just about how the Chargers' success getting to the playoffs, getting to 11 wins, was probably going to create an expectation from them that they might not be able to meet in the playoffs, but it was get to the dance, see what happens, and it felt like the best option until you get there, and then you get completely humiliated and embarrassed and just completely fall on your face offensively against a defense that I'm sure is pretty good, but no excuses for the performance that the Chargers offense had tonight. They wasted a great performance by this defense. They failed to get any kind of rhythm to look really impressive at any moment in this game. Play calling, Justin Herbert throwing the ball,
Yo, good luck.
running game, like you name it, the Chargers offense failed. You put up 3 points in a playoff game, the biggest game of your season. Absolutely pathetic. They deserved to lose this game because of how bad their offense was.
If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, 2 teams ready to square off. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go from Southern California. Good job in coverage. And that's the short for the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
They bring Judy in motion. Look at this to start out. Oh, hot pass to begin this one. And he'll get about 8 on that one. We'll start coming after the catch. It's second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Shador. As he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver in the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyway. We do know it'll be third down. The try and run for the first with Judkins. He'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
He was brought down at his 41-yard line. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Browns first down.
To throw is Sanders. On a quick smash, that's Judy.
Sanders
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Jerry Judy. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Chargers' 42-yard line.
And he'll take this one in.
Touchdown, Cleveland. The kicker on for the
Terrific
point.
play to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Here's Darius Davis to return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Huh? How do you know that?
They'll run, and this is Amari Hampton.
Yeah, but
It's a big
yeah.
11. And the
You shouldn't be up all night though. Remember, you're gonna have school in 2 days.
Early down success. Every
2
offensive coordinator
days.
is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to
No,
third
on
down?
the
We'll see it
you
here.
go back on the
Big
12, bro.
explosive run. The rest of the drive unfolds.
On the 12. On the 14th? 13th, I thought.
37. Here's
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
This is my last one.
Here's Herbert. He's got his tight end Orlando gets in the second. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
It's a gain of 42 yards
for LA.
and the Chargers
42 yards.
first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Trying the left side. Here's Hampton. And he'll be moving in the backfield.
No, I don't need to play him on there.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That's going to be
Catch that, dude. No, no, Donuts. I don't know what happened. Donuts
Brings up
told me he
3rd
was gonna play
down
Fortnite, and then he didn't. Then he didn't get on.
from the gun. It's Herbert.
First freaking, that would have been a first down, man.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Herbert going to go on 4th down.
Yeah.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. Let's go. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop off on the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
Shador. Oh, he's going to be fouled and taken down.
If you're going to take a snap, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Read the right. Dragon 60, 18, Pioneers.
Now Sanders on 3rd and long. Going deep downfield for Judy.
I got an interception.
As time runs out in the 3rd quarter.
No, he's talking to his friend.
It's the Browns with the advantage. We're back in Southern California in a moment.
Get the
Chargers with the football to begin this 2nd quarter.
Get
As they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10.
Hey. Moon juice, what's that?
You remember from Target?
Oh yeah. That Capri Sun.
This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35.
Ready?
It's a gain of 25 yards.
No.
And the Chargers first down.
The moon is not cheese, girl.
That is the Charger.
What?
The Charger is the
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure it's fake green, not keep flashing anywhere.
It's 2nd down.
So, of course,
It's probably so dead,
on
dude.
that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
No, girl. Check this out.
Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down.
What do you mean? No, baby.
Incomplete. Very good contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to
This is my last game, not my last play. I heard.
Throwing now is Herbert.
Come on, guys. Fucking catch the ball.
And they force fourth down.
All right.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down,
Here we go.
or
There
simply
we
punt
go.
or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
They'll go for it. It's Herbert.
Bro, why is he jogging?
Incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask. And the defense turns them away.
Wow.
Back to 60. Unlock line. 65.
Starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll be taken down at the 40-yard line.
Elijah Molden on the tackle. A gain of 14. First down, Cleveland.
And on first down, it's back to Judkins. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at
The
the line
tackle
of
by
scrimmage.
Denzel Perryman. No gain on the play.
On second down,
and 10
Sanders.
at the 41-yard line.
Incomplete.
It's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit here, we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Open man, and that's Truman. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. The jerk to the tight end is the one in motion. They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. And that is it is incomplete.
Intended for David Njoku.
And wind up
Result
turning it
of the
over
play
on down.
is a turnover on downs.
Give, and here comes Hampton. And he'll be taken down as we check down to the 2-minute warning.
At the 44-yard line.
2 minutes remaining.
4 yards
First
on the
half
pickup.
in a 7-0
Second and 6.
game. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McCarthy. And he will get into the end zone. Pat McCarthy going down Chargers. Dicker has come with the extra point. And the Chargers will level things out at 7 apiece.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. From his end zone, it's Travion Williams. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Back to 60. Back to line.
On the ground, Judkins. A short gain up to the 20. Leo multiple times the throw there on the 2-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Mikey, 18. Let's go now. Back to 60. Back to
They went once more with Judkins. And he nearly got free. But as it is,
He was tackled
gain
at
of
the
6.
27-yard
It sets
line.
up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Now it's Sanders. He got his They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
45-yard line.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 7-5, nothing, not go, lead, go.
Sanders will throw it. Going deep downfield for Judy. To the goal is in. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Cleveland. The kicking team on for the extra point. The
kick is good.
And the Browns will move up to a 14-7 lead.
Chargers 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Return. Here comes Davis. Finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Now first and 10
at their
from the 38-yard line. To throw, it's Herbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Now Herbert. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout of 20, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Herbert now on first down. Incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Line. Home to right.
Herbert to the air again. He'll be hit as he throws this time. It's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a third down. Now Herbert again. On the out, connected with Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
And the Chargers
18 yards on the catch and run will move the chain
at the 24-yard line.
What the heck?
Throwing again, Herbert. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal.
A 41-yard attempt.
Good snap.
Is good.
Hold.
Makes the score Browns 14.
So we are at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Yes, almost.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And knock him down beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31.
It's a gain of 11.
They line up first and 10.
The Chargers first down.
Here's Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A pickup there of 13.
13 yards on the play.
Have the first
The
down.
Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard
Another
line.
run here.
Yo.
This time they're ready for it.
Oh yeah, it does look like Harry.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
For no gain.
It's a loss of a yard.
Back's
Brings
doing
up
everything
second
in his
No.
power to try to get that ball
at the
around the edge to the
44-yard line.
boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
We'll get this complete left side to Johnston. Goes back down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and
It's a
bring up
gain of 4.
third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Right side, hauled in by McConkey. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on
It's
4th down. They do go for it. It's Herbert.
Oh my God.
The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. To the right side, it's Jenkins. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
From the gun, it's Sanders. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now, Shador. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he will score.
To number 16. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Browns. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass down the field and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great throw, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The receiver with the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Davis now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own
1st and 10
36-yard
now
line.
from the 36. Run between the tackles for Hampton. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
He'll try again
No
here.
gain on the
2nd
play.
and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
He'll swing
37.
this out to Hampton.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they ended up holding him to just a short gain.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Here we go. Cut 19. Cut 19. Sergeant. 19. Sergeant.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter, but time has expired, and the 3rd has come to an end. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
19. Get it. Cowboy 80. Warriors 7 Warriors. 7 Warriors.
On play action, Shador. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a third down.
Yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Open man.
Sanders pass.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. But well short.
Now the first down.
We'll bring up fourth down. Tillman, the man in motion. They're going on fourth down. Sanders. That is incomplete.
Intended for a connection on fourth.
Get the ball over on
It's a
down.
turnover on downs.
On first and 10, here's Herbert. Moving to his right. He runs with it. Just six out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Here's second down and
Brings
3.
up second and 3.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Flush to his right. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not. And be taken down
By
there.
Jerome Baker.
Certainly hasn't been their
A loss
best
of
game
one.
in terms of rushing the
now
passer.
third
But you find
and
yourself with
5.
the lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out. Okay, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack
It's fourth
to
down.
get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And that's not going to work. The defense comes up.
Oh yeah, it looks like him.
Result of the play is a turnover.
Yeah, it looks like him.
Turnover on down. They go play action now with Sanders. They go sideline and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
It's a gain of
Rookie from
23
Colorado
yards.
on target with
First
that
down,
throw.
Cleveland.
His guys have a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Back into the hands of Judy on the right side. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business.
Jerry Judy.
It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, it's Shador. He's got it at the 3. And he's in.
Complete to David Njoku.
Yeah. Where's my phone? Oh.
Kicker on for the extra point.
I won 9 in a row, and then I just lost 2 in a row.
And the Browns will open it up even further here in this fourth
Huh?
quarter.
No, I know. Yeah.
The kickoff team is out on the field.
I need 3
And
scores.
we're back to it as the kicks away. The return, here comes Davis. Ooh. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good
The
return.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Play action now. It's Herbert. Now the ball thrown deep for Johnston. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend that lead.
Clear 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They go play action with Sanders. Got his man at the 6.
Sanders pass.
And they're going to get
Complete
this
to
all the way
Cedric
down
Tillman.
inside the 5.
First and goal, Cleveland.
They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. And that is in the end zone. He's in. Jerry Judy.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Brown.
The kicker on for the
Extra
point
point
after.
try, forthcoming. He's got
The
it.
kick is
The
good.
Browns tack on one
Makes
more
the
to
score
their lead. once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. And they will finally get him down. He gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
From the 39, there's a first and 10. Captain trying to work inside. Nice job pushing through the lead. Gain of about 3. Second down
at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They'll go again with Hampton. And he's going to have the first down yard. Across the 50 to the 48.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
Pass.
And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 49-yard line.
Trap 50, trap 60, 19, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Play action, it's Sanders. He is down the field.
Sanders
This ball incomplete.
Cedric
Tillman was the intended target.
Brings up second
and that will lead to a second down.
7-5,
to throw is Sanders. He's hit as he throws. It goes to the ground and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of his ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On third down, Sanders. Now a shot here, deep middle. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. Nice job there on this return. Gives the breathing room up past the 30-yard line.
Sanders pass.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and get a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and their offense is back on the field.
It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Yards. And the Chargers first down.
Herbert now on first down. That ball complete to McCarthy. Second and 7. The Chargers will use their third and final timeout.
Second and 7.
They'll get together prior to the second down play. Now Herbert forced to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock.